Second video. 2 days in a row. Woo, I'm on a roll. Anyway, this is Rachel with Garden for Cheap, and today is my chicken harvest video. I wanted to do this video because, like me, there's a lot of people who don't live in the country, who don't live on a farm or a ranch and can't have meat chickens. I can have up to 3 chickens with a $20 permit, and if they get out, the fine can be very steep. So it's really not worth it. So how do I raise my own meat chickens? Well, I found somebody who raised meat chickens that I can invest in. That's a good word. Everybody who knows me knows the Broussards usually, but the Broussards at the Broussard Homestead, how many times can I say that name in one sentence, has started doing meat chickens. Well, me and Kate from inside the Kate's Kitchen invested into the first batch. I think they bought 85 originally. They made the chicken tractor and they got all the stuff to do it. But I paid for my chickens and Kate paid for hers. And on chicken harvest day, we went to their homestead and helped them process it ended up being 62 chickens, but it started out as 85. They lost some in transit, from being mailed from the hatchery to their house, and then I think they lost a few a couple days later. Anyway, it ended up being 62 chickens, and the way they were going to do it was going to be 25 for me, 25 for Kate, and they would take the cut. Well, me and Kate didn't agree with that too much, so me and Kate decided that we would do it 21, 21, and 20. So, with all that being said, there was 5 of us all together. Amy and Brett Broussard, Kate from inside Kate's Kitchen, me, and my daughter Megan. And we had a little assembly line going. We processed from beginning to end, not only the butchering, but the carving up of the chicken, 62 in 2 days. So I apologize for some of the footage. My daughter did a really good job getting some footage from Miss Kate doing the butchering part of the process of the chicken, but my camera's been acting a little wonky. I think I said that in the last video, but it came out a lot better than I thought it would. So let's check it out.
See what Mom's doing over here?
I am plucking feathers that the chicken feather didn't get, like in the tail, around here, and sometimes like
on the wing,
in the wings, like in the crevices and stuff.
Yeah, especially on the elbows.
Yeah.
And that's a chicken ready to be gutted. That's smack. Here we have Miss Kate.
Hello. High five.
And of course, we're saving all the heads and we're saving all the feet because every part of the chicken is useful.
And the heart.
And the heart. And the gizzards.
Chicken head. Bok bok.
Bok bok. There's Brett putting it in the water. How long do you keep it in the boiling water for?
Just a couple of seconds. Just a quick dip.
Just a quick dip?
Yeah.
Okay. And get out of the way of the smoking chicken. It turns that blood brown real quick too.
Yeah, it basically cooks it. It's not boiling water, but it's really hot.
Right. And here's my favorite part, the chicken plucker. This thing beats the devil out of it. Totally. It's a washing machine. Yep. It's a washing machine for chickens. It takes all the feathers off of it.
Well, not quite all, but it's close.
Yeah, almost all of them.
13.
Yeah, see, this is what it looks like right out of the plucker. So you still have some of these tail feathers and some of the feathers on the shoulders there and the elbows. But it takes the majority of them off, so you don't have to pluck them all by hand.
And the ones you can't get by hand, then you take a pair of needle nose pliers and just pull, or tweezers.
Yep.
Sometimes they break off, but that's fine. 'Cause most of that gets cut off when you're cooking it anyway.
Yep, exactly.
At least I do.
And then sometimes the head does come off when when you put it through the plucker.
These are usually good enough to
get by hand, yeah. But it doesn't take much, and then boom. Oh, the head came off.
Yep. Oh, where's your head?
Off with her head.
All right, next station.
Yep, and the next station over here
Yeah, get them getting.
is the fun part.
Make sure you get a good detail of what that is.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we'll be able to get the detail with that one over there, because that one's fresh. But they're saving the heart, the gizzard, and the liver.
Kidneys,
Oh, and kidneys.
feet, head, everything.
Everything. The only thing we're not saving is the intestines and the
Crop.
yeah. The gallbladder area, the green sac.
Oh, the crop is basically the stomach.
Ah. You'd be surprised how calm they are in between these. All right. Come, take me through the process, Miss Kate.
First thing we do is take off their heads,
If they're still on.
if they're and put them in the bag so we can keep track of who's got what. Next thing we do is we'll take off their feet. And the easiest way to do that is you bend it and you find where the joint comes together. And you lay it down flat where you know where that joint is. You take the knife and cut right through it. It comes right off, clean as can be.
And we're saving those too.
We save the feet. Feet make excellent bone broth. It makes it real gelatinous. And that's good for what ails you. Good for your insides. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to open up this portion so we can get the innards out. And basically what we do is this little spot right here that's got poop coming out of it is called the vent. You go inside it, and you go up, and you cut it open just like that. And you follow it all the way up to the breastbone, and then you start cutting along the breastbone to get to loosen up this skin and tissue. So, now inside are all of the giblets and the internal organs. And you just reach in with your hand and grab and put your fingers around it and pull it out. And there's a lot in there, so you have to be careful to get everything.
Right. There's a lot to get there.
Yes. That part that was so hard to pull out right there, that is the esophagus.
The trachea.
And it goes all the way down inside.
Mm-hmm.
And Amy's pulling out the top part of it because you can't get it all from the inside. You have to pull some from the other part.
Mm-hmm. And the hardest part to get is the lungs.
Yes.
Yes. In my opinion.
Now,
Just the heads.
To me, I
Yep.
think the lungs are pretty easy.
once you find it. This is the gizzard. It's what the chickens use to chew their food, basically, because they don't have teeth. So you have to pull all this skin and tissue away from it. And then we will process that more later, because basically you have to take all the extra fat off. You have to open them up, and inside, see if you can see that, there's a lot of gravel and food that the chicken ate, and you have to clean all that out. So we put that in here. We look in there, and here is a kidney. Chickens have kidneys like people, and they are edible, but usually we use them for feeding the dogs.
Yep.
Now, This is all their intestines, which processes their food. And right here is their liver. Next to it, this green thing is their bile. That's what produces the stuff that they use to actually process it. What we're going to do is it's attached to the liver. Mm-hmm. You don't want to get the bile on the meat because it'll make it taste nasty. So what I do is go in with my thumbnail and break all the connecting tissue around it and pull the liver away from it. Just like
And
that.
what I do is I give it to Kate so she can do it. Because I always bust them.
And see, it's totally separated except that bit of skin, or tissue right there. So I do that. And now it's a clean liver.
Yep.
And we throw that away.
Which flies are having a
Up
field day.
inside here, that funny little pinkish thing right there is the lungs. There's one on either side, and right here is the heart. So we put our finger in, grab hold of it, and there's the heart. To get the lungs, if you feel, there's a piece of tissue right here that you break loose. And then you can see the lungs down there, and you follow along the backbone and between the ribs, and you run your finger in it, and it loosens the lungs. When you get it loosened all the way to the top, put your finger in, which you can't see, you have to do by feel. Get my finger under it. And you pull it out, and there's a lung.
They're so small.
And then you do the same thing on the other side. After that's done, they're ready to be rinsed and put on ice until we get ready to cut them all up.
Perfect.
All right, I hope y'all enjoyed that, learned something from it. We got things done. It didn't feel like work. There was so much camaraderie. Miss Kate was very knowledgeable and taught us exactly how to carve a chicken. I did not put that footage in this video, but she has posted her video a couple days ago. I'll put a link in the description and maybe a card. So if you want to go watch her video, it's exceptional. I always thought I knew how to cut a chicken. No, I learned so much from Miss Kate. It's not even funny. But I hope y'all enjoyed that video and learned that even if you don't have a homestead or farm, you can still have your meat chickens. You just got to find somebody to go in and have them take care of the chickens and you help process. So I have 21 chickens in my deep freeze. Okay, maybe 18 now because we've eaten a few and they're really good. You can definitely tell a difference. But instead of rambling on, let's end this video. I'll see you on the next one. God bless and peace.